Good afternoon, guys. Before going into some stuff here from Breitbart, one of the viewers said that sent me an article and or a video. Anyway, it was about Trump being set up to be wiretapped by the Hillary campaign. He wasn't really set up just by the campaign. He was set up in collusion between Hillary, Obama, Soros, Valerie Jarrett. All those people got together. They tried to figure out a way to stop Trump, and it wasn't just them. It was all of them together. They all had, and still do have, obviously, so much at stake. Now let's go over some stuff here from Breitbart. Number one, acting director of USCIS, Lori Scialabba. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. She has called it quits. And she announced her retirement from federal service. Federal service? I think what you mean is you are a parasite. You haven't done, the only person you've ever served is yourself. And maybe those few people around you. It says, and this is the letter she sent. Dear colleagues, after almost 33 years of public service, I will be retiring from the federal government. Can you imagine? 33 years? This woman, she has been making a boatload of money for at least the last 15, 20 years. Anyway, she says, I will be retiring from the federal government at the end of March. I consider myself very fortunate to have worked with USCIS for over 10 years. First as the Associate Director of the Refugee Asylum and International Operations Directorate, and then serving as your Deputy Director for nearly 6 years. While the decision to leave USCIS was difficult, the opportunity presented was right for me. I have accepted a position in the private sector and look forward to the new challenge. No doubt she is being well taken care of in her latter years by the far left, Soros-controlled and owned groups, one of his businesses. She says, I come from a strong public service background and have been lucky to work in agencies with a meaningful mission. Bullshit. What you've done is, number one, you haven't worked. You don't know what work is. And the only thing you've worked at is taking from the taxpayers. Anyway, you can read the stupid article. Anyway, people like that they irk me. They don't even know what the meaning of work is. And the members of the Los Zetas cartel here managed to establish a series of large-scale marijuana plantations in East Texas. Okay, now, the authorities have been able to locate 15 marijuana plantations and seize 77,000 plants with an estimated worth of $101 million. Now, tell me this. Do you really think the authorities in the area didn't know that this was going on? Do you really think they didn't know about them? And the Zetas, for those of you who don't know, are one of the nastiest cartel groups in Mexico. And here they are up here in this country. They're not just in Texas. I'll guarantee you, they're in a whole lot of states. A whole bunch. Doing the same thing. They'll go into an area, they go right up to the police force, and they say, you're either with us or we're going to kill you. And rather than anyone in this country going to the FBI or anyone else for help, no, they just go along to get along. That's all they do. And they could easily go to the authorities. But when you're looking at Obama, Bill Clinton, Bush Jr., come on. Anyway, that gives you an idea. This is all Breitbart, by the way. And then in Spain, increasingly violent migrants attacking border guards with iron bars. So says the Spanish minister. You know something? That'll come to an end. Baños down there, he will not take any shit from them. One of the ladies from Mallorca, She tells me what's going on down there. He's tough. In Libya, 22 people have been killed and more than 100 injured in shootouts between rival people trafficking gangs in Libya over the last week. Libya was actually being well run. It was peaceful until Hillary got into it. Because keep in mind, this woman went all over the globe making deals in so many countries for these gazillionaire billionaires. And Gaddafi may have said no. And I bet he did. I'll bet he did. And that was, and all of a sudden it's like, bam, he's got war on his hands. He's being overthrown. Moving on to some other stuff here from Breitbart. Trump picks Richard Grenell for ambassador to NATO. Don't know who he is. Speaker Ryan. Yeah, he's a POS. We developed healthcare bill outside of regular order. No, you took the healthcare bill from a guy that had already made it, and you pretended as if you had actually worked on it, but you didn't. Miserable POS. MSNBC to warn. You guys were in power. Why didn't you improve things for regular Americans? Or why didn't things improve for regular Americans? Duh! I can't believe you even have to ask the question. Why don't you just go after and act like you got some spine? Good grief. Schweizer. The deep state is real and hates average Americans. I have no doubt they do. Trump boom. U.S. hiring jumps to 3-year high. It's getting back on track, folks. Give it time. Let's see here. Albright. She says, I'm concerned about the lack of women at the top of Trump's government. Well, we were concerned about the lack of honesty in Obama's government, and Bush's, and Clinton's. That's what we really care about. Yo, Haig. Tim Kaine's son arrested for alleged role in anti-Trump riot. Alleged role? I think it was pretty obvious. Come on, get a brain. Leslie Jones. Oh, man, is she a pig of a human being. She wants to fight F-face Ben Carson. That woman she has so much class, it just oozes out of her. It comes out of every open orifice in her. You know what I mean? Class. She just spells. Okay, moving on. 5,500 UK cases of female genital mutilation in 2016. Just in the United Kingdom. Oh my! And no prosecutions. Imagine that. Yeah. I tell you what. One day, Great Britain's going to flip that shit. They're going to oust them. Over in Nigeria, thousands of women protest Boko Haram suicide bombings, rape, and abductions. Too bad the Nigerian government doesn't have the guts to do anything. Yeah. And they denied, they did not want any British help to go get those young girls that were kidnapped. Yeah. God forbid you actually get somebody that knows how to do something. Christian leader sees spiritual battle over Trump presidency. Absolutely, there is indeed. And what else here? House Freedom Caucus digs in against Ryan's Obamacare 2.0. That's a good thing to do. We don't want it. Anyway, that is all for now. God bless y'all. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.